Macbeth, Act 4, Scene 3. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven in the face. Penned in 1606, these words ring true yet. Violence may at times seem to be the only viable option, and violence may temporarily provide a desirable outcome, but acts of violence will never go unpunished, unavenged. In our world and throughout history, that seems to be balanced between good and evil, that demands to be maintained. Macbeth's punishment for violating the lives and will of others is fear and ultimately death.
In the 412 years that have passed, humans have maintained an unwavering proclivity for violence. Power, wealth, and glory remain the most potent and depraved of motivators. Human life then and now is flippantly regarded as the stepping stones to a greater, higher destiny.
The tragic story of Macbeth and its lead character teaches of the deep hold that violence has over humanity and of its lasting consequences.
The murder of Duncan illustrates how the victory is unavoidably tainted when it is attained through violence.
Shakespeare's Macbeth makes us ask ourselves important questions.
What are we willing to sacrifice to attain our goals? Our sanity? Our self-respect? Who are we willing to hurt? Children? Families? Loved ones? What cost are we willing to pay for glory?
The murder of Banquo illustrates the lasting effect of violence on its perpetrator. Macbeth, terrified of losing his power he is unrighteously attained through violence, begins to mistrust his closest friend and confidant, Banquo. Intoxicated with fear, Macbeth has ordered Banquo and Fleance to be murdered. Banquo is assassinated, but Macbeth's troubles with his friends do not end with his death. He is haunted by visions and apparitions of Banquo. Demonstrating that the repercussions of violence last far after the deed has been done, violence isolates, creating a lonely and miserable reality. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. Act 4, Scene 1.
The murder of Macduff's family illustrates the all-consuming influence of violence on the human soul. When violence becomes so ingrained in a person, in a culture, as the only means which through an end can be attained, it is rare that one strays from this familiar path. Human lives become disposable.
Macbeth, blinded and afraid, ended the lives of many he knew and affected the lives of countless others. Families were destroyed and lives irrevocably changed, all in Macbeth's quest for power. Through all of this senseless violence, though, we see the stunning resilience of good within the humans around Macbeth. Those who suffered great losses at his hands, instead of timidly remaining idle, chose to fight back. They no longer stood for the tyranny imposed by their ruthless king.
In the end, the scales are always balanced. Macbeth's life was ended and Malcolm was rightfully named King of Scotland. Hitler took his life and millions of Jews were freed from concentration camps. The Civil Rights Act was passed in 1964 and the reign of slavery and Jim Crow laws in the United States came to an end.
We cannot ensure that abstaining from violence will protect us from encountering it. We humans are a heated, passionate species. We will disagree, we will fight, we will be angry. But the courageous characters in Macbeth show us that we can stand up against violence. The battle may be a long and hard one, but it is always worth it.
Good will always overcome evil, but only if
But only if we are willing to fight for it.